The heavy truck had just arrived at its destination and immediately rushed uphill. But its first attempt failed due to a lack of power, and it got stuck halfway. With no other choice, the driver reversed, hoping the second attempt would work. But the truck had overestimated its strength. It was fully loaded with steel rods, and the heavy weight caused the second try to fail as well. On the third attempt, nearby staff stepped in to guide the driver, asking him to take a wider turn and allow more reverse distance. Only then was the truck able to move forward successfully. In such situations, we must always be careful and keep these safety factors in mind to avoid accidents. The truck driver drove onto a bridge that was completely flooded. Yet, without hesitation, he pushed his vehicle forward. It wasn't because he was unusually brave, but because the load of timber he was carrying was extremely valuable, and delivering it promised a good reward. That's why the driver decided to take the risk. He had traveled this road many times before. Every turn and detail was already in his memory. So, without fear, he drove straight into the water. When he reached the middle of the river, it became clear that his judgment was correct. The water wasn't too deep. Slowly, the truck kept moving forward until he finally reached the opposite bank safely. Safety warning. Taking such risks can be extremely dangerous. Roads covered with floodwater may hide unseen hazards. Always prioritize safety over profit. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I would never have believed it. This forklift is truly unique, not something an ordinary person can handle. Without real skill, who would even dare to drive it? I have to say, if it were a male driver, maybe the efficiency would have been a bit faster. This guy really has strong perseverance. It looks like he can actually make it all the way to his destination like this. I've been watching him since the last service area, and from there to here, he has already covered more than 50 kilometers. He's really been running non-stop on the road without taking a break. Honestly, that's pretty scary. Safety warning. No matter how determined you are, pushing yourself without rest can be dangerous. Always take proper breaks to avoid exhaustion and ensure safe travel.